Hi patron friends, I am so glad you're here today and so excited about today's video. So let's get to it. I'm going to show you today how to take these Avery mailing labels and turn them into something that I promise you're going to use in all of your mixed media projects. They're really fun to make and they're really fun to use and they really add a lot of zing and pop to your projects. So these are the labels. I showed you these, I think, in the last video because I actually used them on a page. So there are all different kinds of sizes of these Avery labels. This is probably the most popular one that I use. Not too big, not too small. I really like that one. You can also use the circle ones, which I love, and I was actually going to show you using the circle ones today, but I ran out and I didn't have any left at my local Walmart store. These particular ones already are colored. So they're neon colored. They come in a pack with, I believe there's orange, yellow, the bright pink, and the bright blue. Out of all of these, I absolutely love the bright blue. I think those are so cool. I'm going to show you how awesome they look on the tags here in just a minute. All right, here's what you're going to need to make these labels. You're going to need these Avery labels. I looked at the Dollar Tree thinking that maybe they would have something like that there for just $1. I was hoping, but they didn't. And I couldn't find them either at my local Dollar General, but go ahead and check. And if you find them, let me know. This pack, I've got 60 labels, so 10 sheets. So that's a lot. But honestly, I think when you see how much fun these are to make and ways that you can use these, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I want the full 60 labels. But this was less than $5 for this. So I feel like that is a really great price for what we're gonna use them for, because there's so many uses for these. You're also gonna need some paintbrushes, a foam brush. You're gonna need some different kind of paints. I'm gonna use gouache paint today. And I'm also going to use my acrylic paint today. I've got some different colors laid out here to use. I use all kinds of different acrylics, guys. Primarily I use these Apple Barrel. They're at Walmart. They're less than $1, I think. And so, but it's also kind of fun whenever these tube paints go on sale. I like to buy these, and I got some of these on clearance for like $3 for the tube. So that's why I have some tube paints, like these Amsterdams. I think they were on clearance. So, and then I like to always use my Posca paint pens. There's just some kind of paint pen. This is a paint pen that you can get at Walmart. They're about $2 or something like that, or around $2 for one paint pen. There's a lot of paint in there. I've had this one for years and I've used it a lot. So, and then the Poscas are my favorite just because they're really smooth. They write like a marker, and I absolutely love these Posca pens, but they are considerably more expensive. You can find these at Amazon, and you can probably find them at places like Dick Blick as well, or dickblick.com or something like that. So, but lots more expensive than just these. And also with the Poscas, I usually get like a set of them. I don't know, I think they might sell like the white and the black separately, but I don't think any of the other colors they do, where these, the ones that are from Walmart, they just sell these separately, which is kind of nice, because honestly, if I were you, I would just maybe start, if you've never tried these, I would start with one of these and maybe just get like a white one and a black one. And then if you want to jump in with some colors, do that. But honestly, you're probably going to use the white and the black more than any of them. And then I'm also going to have on hand some various stencils. You're definitely going to want to try some stencils. Today I've just got a few different ones from Tim Holtz. I'm going to do some circles today. Dina Wakley. This is a Dina Wakley one that's really fun. I love stars. This is also, this is not the Dina Wakley. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if this is the Dina Wakley star. I don't think it is. I think it's just a star one that I found. This is just one I found at Dollar General, and then this is from Didi Catron, and it's one of my favorites that I use a lot. So that's what I've got available. I've got some water here as well so I can thin out my paint. And I do have some spray inks from Dylusions in front of me here that you can't see that I'll be using as well. Honestly though, you can use whatever you want. You don't have to use all of these mediums. You can just use spray inks. You can just use acrylics. With these particular ones, I only used the spray ink, and I had so much fun with these. And then I just used a black Posca pen. Before I get to the making, I want to show you how seamlessly and effortlessly these will blend into the projects. So I've just grabbed a few tags that I've already painted on, just various ones here that I kind of want to show you how these are going to go, how they're going to look on your project, how they really can just blend in and look like you have actually painted these on your tags. So I have a lot of pink going on here and the blue. So I think I'm gonna take something from here, and I want maybe some pink in there as well. So I'm gonna take this blue. See how awesome that looks? Oh, I love that so much. I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put it kind of halfway on, maybe like that. And then I'm gonna take my scissors and cut this. Okay. And there you go. So you can see how on this, I already had like a blotch of that pink Dylusions ink there, and so then just by putting that tag on there, it adds some more depth. I feel like I want to maybe do a little bit more on this tag, so I'm gonna go to this tag here that I showed you, and I think I'm gonna cut just a real thin strip. You can also just rip it. I think I'm gonna cut like a thin little strip here. And so see how it's just kind of fun because you're just going to get some random bits, which I really love. And I'm going to take this and I kind of want to put that like right here on the edge. It's kind of off center and I want it to be straight. All right. Kind of do that. And then there's just a little bit here that I want to cut. All right, and so see how that kind of blends in as well. So what I would do with that then, let me show you how it would really blend in nicely. Let me get an image or something here that maybe I could use. So on this, oh, that's too big. Well, I don't know. So I could do something like this. This is just an example. But then I could maybe put her on there, and I could put some words. I could maybe outline her with the Stabilo Marks a Lot pencil and add water and give her some depth. But I could do lots of things with this, and just by adding those little pops. I like that. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do this one just because I don't have, so I try to, the colors that I have with these tags, I try to have them match. You want them to match your background so it does look like it's just kind of blending in, and nothing here that I have will really blend in with this flower. So I'm going to go to this one. This one definitely will. That's why I picked it. So there's a lot of pink on that one. Let's try another star here. See how that looks. Love that. Again, I'm not going to put the whole thing on there. I'm going to cut that. Oh yeah, love how that just kind of blends in, and it just adds something. Let's go to this one, and I think I'll do, kind of randomly pick one and kind of see. Gonna kind of cut a shape out of it. You can do, like I said, just about anything. So I'm gonna kind of cut like a scallop shape and see how it looks on my little tag here that I'm using. I might do it down here. Honestly, I kind of like it down there. Okay, see how that just kind of adds a little bit of something to that tag. And then of course I would put my images, words, and things like that on there, but it just adds a little brightness to that. So that is what we're doing. And then maybe I'll take this, and because I wanted to show you how you could even add just a whole big, oh yeah, I kind of like that, honestly. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that there. And then, oh yeah, love that. Maybe I'll, no, I don't like that. No. Okay, so I really like how that looks with that. All right, so that's what you can do with those, and that is gonna be awesome. I do like to save my little bits, guys, because I don't know, you never know when you might wanna use them. All right, so now that I've showed you how cool these are and how you can do stuff with them, let's make them. Yay. So we're gonna take one of our sheets out. Okay. This particular one, there are 6 total. So you're just gonna lay it on your table, and then you're just going to randomly pick some colors that you want. I'm always drawn to pink and blue and yellow. Those are some of my favorite colors. And you want to kind of think about the colors that you like to use as backgrounds in your journals, because like I said, you want these to kind of just seamlessly blend in. This one doesn't necessarily seamlessly blend in, but yet it does, because that pink is there. There is some white space there. And so that's why I really like that there. But anyway, all right. So I'm gonna use gouache paint. Gouache paint is basically like a liquid acrylic paint. It is an awesome color. I absolutely love it. You don't need a lot of it. You're going to use water with it. So I'm going to take just a brush here, got some water, and just, you're going to get that water, get that paint. You'll see it okay. All right, great. The angle of my camera with my workspace is really wonky, and that's why I need to learn how to get more in the center, girls. It's like I work here because that for me is natural, but in reality we're here. So then I'm just gonna randomly start putting colors on, okay? And it's gonna be super random. And it's gonna go through what I call that ugly phase. It's gonna be like super ugly, and you're gonna go, okay, this is not at all what I was thinking. But it's gonna be so good, trust me. Okay, I like yellow because yellow, you can put so much on yellow, it really pops. And I'm just, as you can tell, just kind of randomly, and I like how the yellow and the blue make the green. Okay, and what else I like about making these labels, in mixed media labels, is because you can just be so random. You can even leave some white, which I'm going to, so I can kind of show you what I'm going to do. So, okay, so there we go. there is our first layer. And once again, very random. I only try to use 2 base colors. I feel like if you start to use more, it's gonna get muddy and you're not gonna like it. You can, and that way I've got plenty of room to add more colors. So I like that. So far I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Okay, so ideally I should probably let this dry, but I really wanna keep going, so I'll be good. So I'm gonna kind of see what I want to do here for my stencils, and I'm really kind of being drawn to this right now. One of my favorites, you can tell I've used it a lot. This is by Dina Wakley, and Dina Wakley is my favorite mixed media artist of all time. Love her. So I'm gonna take and just put this, lay this on my tag. Now, you can use spray ink, which normally is what I do. I use the Dylusions. I've showed you that in the last one. Dylusions are my absolute favorite. However, a lot of my sprays are clogged and I really need to go through them and fix that. I just have not done that yet. So I think this one though might work. So maybe, let me show you here what I would do. So I would take my ink, kind of shake it, and yep, it's gonna work. And then I would just kind of randomly start. Yes, oh I like, and then maybe like a little bit more. Okay, so see how that looks, just nice. I love that pop of color. Now do you see how I have all that color left? I don't know if you can see that from this ink. I don't want to waste that. So what I can do is I can either have a journal page here that I can just kind of rub this on, or what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take another sheet here of the labels and I am going to put that here. If you have a brayer, you could like brayer this on, which is awesome, or you can just do what I'm gonna do and rub that, and let's see how it looks. Oh yay, I like it, I like it, I like it. Perfect, okay. Love it. All right, so most of that ink is off. Okay, I do that. There we go. Awesome. Now, I'm going to come back to this one, okay? Love that so far. I love the colors. I love that pop of that red. I'm also really into stars right now, and I thought the stars would be a lot of fun. I'm going to see if, I'm thinking purple. And so I brought a purple. This is the purple. It's an acrylic paint, so we're going to do this differently than we did the ink, obviously. So I'm going to put it on my tray, which I highly recommend a tray like that if you don't have one. Then I am going to use my foam brush for this, okay? When you do stencils with the acrylic paint, you're not going to need a lot of paint. Then I'm going to just run that foam brush and see how it looks. And I might not like it, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of randomly place this around. Be sure you lift straight up on the stencil, guys, okay? Lift up. Ooh, okay. Actually, I'm glad that kind of happened because this is a really good thing to show you. So awful, right? So this, it might devastate you. I know some of my friends would be devastated if they saw that, but not me. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a paper towel, okay, and I'm just gonna rub it, and I'm gonna chalk this up to, it just is gonna blend in right with the color, and you can even kind of see a little bit of a star outline, and I'm gonna be okay with that. That's gonna be okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these stars, I'm gonna lay that back, and I'm gonna see if I can't get another of my spray inks to work. Yeah, I did. The green is working. Yay. So I'm gonna kind of lift up on that. It's not showing, as you can see, it's not very bright. And I'm not sure that I like that star, but again, I'm okay with that. I think I'm just gonna retake this one and just try to do a few circles maybe. Yes, like that, like that, like that. Okay. Okay, perfect. So kind of added some green, some red. I love how there's a lot of yellow there. I'm gonna leave that for now and see what I wanna do. I may come back to it though. I think what I'll do with that, because I'm actually liking those colors, I think I'll probably just add my Posca paint pen. All right, I love that this is all white now, right? Except for this little dab of the Dylusion spray. I really like that. I'm inspired right now to, instead of using that acrylic paint, I think I'm going to come over here and use, this is one of our alcohol inks I've used before, and I'm just going to take a few dabs, and then we're going to need that sprayer that I told you about. I have to go get that sprayer. It's in another part of my studio, just right there. And remember, girls, this is what I've used before. This is from Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer. I'm gonna kind of just do this. Look at that beautiful blue. Beautiful, beautiful blue. Okay, now this is gonna react somewhat differently than it does on the gesso, which is what I usually use, but I don't gesso my tags because notice how that ink has really already soaked into that main spot, but I'm okay with that too. What you can do there, you can maybe just take a foam brush and kind of brush it if you want. It's going to be a really high concentrate of color. You can add some more water. It will keep running a little bit, but it definitely is going to be different than if it was on gesso. But I think I'm going to kind of just let it run randomly on my tag. Which I kind of like that. I kind of like how it's just randomly going. These stickers can't do a lot of medium on them because, well, they're just thin stickers, but it's kind of fun just to see. So again, if this was gessoed, that would be running all over the place, and it would be just so much cooler. But because it's just on this sticker, it is soaking into the paper, but that's okay. I kind of like that. So what that is calling me to now are these stars, because the stars are now going to show up better with just the white. So I'm going to take, and I do have some green here, so I think while I've got that green, remember how I used the green ink? I never did anything with it, so I think I'm just going to stick it here. Always use your ink, guys, or whatever is on your stencil. Yes, this is going to have like a real random splash paint look, and I really like that. So I think I'm going to take some of these little stars. I'm going to use that red again and really just kind of go over. Yes, I love, 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 love. Love it. Oh yeah. Yes, 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 that's really cool. So cool. I definitely need to show you what I do with these stickers. When they dry, I'll have to do a project to show you how cool they're gonna look. So I think I'm actually gonna leave that. I don't know, there's just something really simple about that. I might add a little bit, now that I'm thinking about it, friends, I think I'm gonna add maybe a little bit of the yellow. And it's yellow gouache paint. The brand that I have is from Prima. I'm gonna take my water. I've got a fine tip here, and I'm just gonna kind of randomly, just because yellow brightens everything up, and I feel like I need to brighten my stickers up a little bit. And I'll be really happy. I think these are gonna be some of my favorite stickers. I think they're just gonna look so cool. I'm gonna randomly just do some squiggles on there with that. Oh yes, I am loving the yellow and the red, the blue, the green. Yeah, this is definitely and then if you run your brush, see like that, you're gonna get it. And oh yeah, so fun, so fun, so fun. Love it. That's what I love about Mixomedia. It's always a surprise, and you just never know. And so always remember that too, ladies. Just have fun with it. That's what mixed media is supposed to be. It's supposed to just be random and fun. Okay, love that. All right. I am not even going to do any Posca paints on this, Posca paint pens. I love it so much. I want to show you, okay, so you can't get the full effect of how awesome this sticker is going to look unless I pull it up. So even though it's not dry, I'm going to pull this one up because I want to show you how cool this is going to look on a page. Okay, so when you pull it up, oh, it's really wet, guys. Look how cool that is. Do you see? It's like a mini masterpiece. Then you can just put that on a page. I don't even have a page here. I wish I did. I could show you. But like you could put that. I'm going to see here if there's something I can maybe put that on. There really isn't. But yeah, I don't have anything. But I promise to show you. But I love that. I love how the green and the pops of the yellow and then some of that blue and love it. The stars. Gonna be so cool. What has happened with the water though, it's got all of the adhesive off the back to like stick to me. It's kind of crazy. And I kind of ripped, but again, girls, that doesn't bother me a bit. All right. I love this one. Okay, that one is done. So let's take this one again. Let's use those Posca paint pens, okay? I want to use those pens. I want to show you here. I've got a pink here. Let me see if I have another color that I might want to use instead. So I have this dark blue that I think I might use instead of, and just so I have something dark. What you can do then with these paint pens is you can just make random marks on your thing. And honestly, it can be so random. You can just have fun doing this, and make sure they overlap, like the line, like where the sticker would be. So don't try to just do your lines and stuff, or your stencils or your colors on just the one sticker. Do it randomly on all of it so it overlaps, because that's the fun part, is then when you pull it up, you see. And usually when I'm doing this, I honestly kind of free myself and just kind of, you could do like some fun circles. Like some of that circle's gonna go on this sticker, some will go on that one. I'm gonna do that. I've got a white, actually I have this green pen that might look kind of cute. I'm gonna do some random dots on the red. I like how that kind of pops up. But you can just honestly do whatever feels good. And you don't even have to use this. This is just something that I like to do. I just think it adds. This is not from Posca. This is a cheaper one I bought from Amazon. And it's kind of a thinner one, and I actually like it. This is pretty wet still, so, but I still like, I don't know if you can see that, but I like how it makes a few lines. It just kind of adds. Can make some circles. It's super wet. Otherwise, I could make some bigger circles. But I'll make some dots. Those random little dots. Anyway, I'll probably add some more to that. But let's kind of see what happens when we pull a sticker up. Okay, so I'm going to take, I think, maybe this sticker here again and kind of see what it looks like randomly. If I can get it. It's still so wet, and so it's kind of, okay, here we go. I can do it. It's just so wet. Okay, there it is. Oh, perfect. Oh, I can already tell I'm going to love it. This is the one I wanted to show you. So look how this is going to look. It's going to be, oh, it's ripping because it's not dry. So I'm just going to show you this one. But look at that, gals. Isn't that awesome? So you could even write, like you could do lettering on this, you could do stamping on this, you could do so many things on this, and then boom, just add it to your project. You could add it to, you could do your whole tag with something like this. You could rip this up into little bits and just use a bit of it, like a little line, like I did with some of them, how I just cut a thin line. You can do so much. So I hope that this has been a really fun and informative video, friends. I absolutely love doing this, especially if I want to be creative, but I don't know really what I want to do. I don't know if I want to create my journal. I'm not inspired to do that really, but I am inspired to do something. I can just do this. It's like a mindless activity, but it like unlocks so much creativity when I just let my mind go and I just start, you know, making dots or swirls or adding those stencils randomly or the colors. So I highly encourage you to try this. You can do this for less than $5 and you can have 10 sheets of these things with all kinds of colors, all kinds of stamps and stencils. And that's the other thing is I didn't use today was stamps, but if you have background stamps, I've done that many times. You can do background stamps on here. You can even do like words or something if you're really good with you know, writing words by hand, stamping words on here. I've done that before. So there's so many things that you can do with these. I would love to see them. So be sure and share them in the group. And just thank you again for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you, Karen, for believing in me and subscribing to my Patreon. And have a fantastic day, guys. Bye-bye.